Hello and welcome to Byte Size Tech. I'm your host Rogue, and today a word from our sponsor Crypto.com, home of the Visa card that pays up to 8% in rewards and the app that pays you up to 14% annually on your crypto stake. Join more than 10 million users on the world's fastest growing crypto app as you trade with confidence on the world's fastest and most secure crypto exchange. Tech has more information and a special sign up offer at the end of this video.
Speaking of shortages, here's the interesting thing. There's a lot of money being spent to build new advanced chip plants. There's not a lot of money being spent on the legacy stuff. And this might actually be making it worse.
Semiconductor industry isn't spending big on scarce old tech chips. Less than $1 of every 6 is being invested is earmarked for the legacy chips facing the longest backlogs.
Yeah, so what they're doing is $146 billion this year alone. That is a massive, massive investment. But a tiny percent of it is going to the legacy chip, which is causing the biggest problems. So we're going to get to this here in a second.
What do they mean by legacy chips? Are they talking
the 28 nanometer stuff that goes into vehicles? This is why, for example, GM is now building their big full-size Sierra and Chevy pickup trucks
with
no heated seats and no heated steering wheels. How do you sell a $60,000 pick-em-up truck without a heated seat?
Yeah, it says here a $3,000 for a 28 nanometer wafer.
Yeah. So that's kind of interesting.
5 nanometer wafer for advanced chips, which allows apps to run on the latest smartphones such as iPad 13. They sell for about $17,000. Or you've got the 28 nanometer wafer for $3,000. Gee, that's kind of a big difference. No wonder why they want to keep making those.
They're building another factory in Japan, but it's not going to start production until late 2024. It's the older stuff that's the problem, not the new stuff.
And a lot of the old, yeah.
For those of you curious, the new Ford F-150 has anywhere between 400 or 500 chips in it, all the way up to 3,000 chips for the full hybrid version with the battery and everything on board. The main big, huge Sync 4 screen system has an 8-core ARM chip in it, among several ancillary and support chips that go along with it. And that is actually built on 28 nanometer. So they're not 14 or 7 nanometer. They don't need to be for the automotive industry, but they're actually removing. Oh, Porsche. We're going to get to this in a second. Porsche is having to ship vehicles without power adjustable steering wheels. The tilt
Manual.
and telescope. Yes. Now I know some of you are going to go, oh yeah, pardon me. Hashtag first world problems, Porsche buyers. Yeah. But don't you think Porsche buyers are probably expecting power, tilt, and telescopic steering wheels?
For the amount of money they pay for it? You think? Yes.
I don't... Is it just me, or is that kind of like... I don't know. Anyway, so... Wow, this is the production lot at the Kia plant in South Korea.
It's empty.
They don't have chips to make cars.
Nope. They need lots like that to put the... instead of putting cars in the lots, they need to put the containers in the lots. They need to fill that up with containers.
It's a lot of money to have in plants and parts and not be able to produce a car.
Yeah, Republic of Texas just says, I work for a company that sells high-tech devices. Our shortages are worse than ever, and they're telling us to be prepared to have nothing left to sell. It's like the houses. We went up into a community and we walked in there. It's probably about the third model home, and she basically said, here's a card, put yourself on the wait list. And
they had custom cards printed with how to sign up for the wait list. Not a business card, not with the lady's name, not with their info. Just here's the website, the email to go to sign up for our wait list.
They've got 30 homes and 700 people on the wait list.
700 people for 30 lots. And that doesn't include the 100 houses built with no stuff.
No windows. So don't plan on going anywhere, and if you do...
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is they have the dirt, they have the land, and we could see a number of prepared plots ready for houses. And I said to a different one, we walked into was it 3 or 4 different model homes? Different builders.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We went into 4. And one of them was a very nice older gentleman who apologized profusely to us and said, I'm terribly sorry.
Oh, yeah, he was the one that says, oh, sorry, you've sold your one for the month. You can't sell anymore.
Oh, that's right. He's allowed to sell 1 house a month.
Yep.
1. And he sells he sells a house on the first of each month, and that's all because they're not being built for like 6 months.
Could you imagine being a salesperson and go, yep, you met your quota?
Of one.
Of one.
No, not quota, limit. Or like that's it, you're done for the month. And he goes, no. He goes, I'm sorry. He wasn't even like pushing us to put our name down. He goes, if you want to check back maybe sometime next year, it'll hopefully be better. But, I said, so could we get a house built by Christmas of next year? And he said, I couldn't even start you by Christmas of next year. He said, maybe we can start building you a house in 2023. I'm like...
And that was a maybe.
You have hundreds of lots. You have all this dirt. He said, yeah, but I can't build any houses. We don't have any supplies. It's bricks and 2x4s and drywall sheets. If my tinfoil hat was tighter, I would say it was a conspiracy. It's ridiculous.
All right, next one. This is interesting, this one.
Here's the thing. You would think they would fix this. There is so much money at stake.
Chip shortage expected to cost the auto industry $210 billion in revenue in 2021.
That is an amount of money.
That's.
If you told me that I was at risk of losing nearly $250 billion, I'd move Mount Everest to fix it. Here's the thing, though. That isn't even the ships off of Long Beach. That's not the 111 ships. Here's why. If chips are your limitation, you can fly chips in 747s. You're not missing out on $200 billion of auto manufacturing because of a couple of pallets of chips. You could rent an airplane and fly them. But we had plenty of chips 2 years ago to build vehicles with. Where did they all go?
7.7 million units of production will be lost in 2021, up from the 3.9 million in May. Oh, the May forecast.
But where they were building cars 2 years ago with chips, where did they all go?
I don't think they've been built because people couldn't go to work, so they didn't get built.
Right, but for example, in the United States, 2 years ago, automakers in the United States built about 17 million new cars. They're on track this year to barely reach 12 million.
So that's 5 million less cars, and they usually sell more every year.
So where did this stuff go to? Where did the 5 million cars worth of stuff go? Because Because they made it in 2015.
Yep.
They made it in 2016. They made it in 2017. They made it in 2018. They made it in 2019. Sorry, we can only build 12 million cars now. Why? Oh, shortage, terrible. The chips are all gone. Where did 5 million cars worth of chips go? Am I nuts?
No, it does make you go.
It's just, I don't even know what to say. Do you know what to say?
No. That somehow the CEOs of Ford and General Motors and Honda and Toyota and everybody is like, oh, okay. There goes our bottom line. All right. Here are features some new cars won't get because of the chip shortage. You might have to do without items from heated seats to infotainment screens on your new vehicle purchase, but this won't last.
And you can see here the red light turning green of Super Cruise. So a lot of new features are not being installed on vehicles. This is not an exhaustive list, but it does show the breadth and depth of how the chip shortage is affecting the auto industry.
Oh no, BMW's backup assistant technology, sensors for backing up. Well, that's bad. No.
Do you know how expensive these X7s are?
Yeah,
These are 6-figure. Those can be comfortable
Holy
six-figure, $150,000 to $200,000 vehicles.
Several BMWs are losing their touchscreen and won't have parking assist package, and they'll lose their backup assistant technology. How can you? No, that's bad. We need the beep, beep, beep.
How can you have... Oh, here's what's worse. This is ridiculous. Customers will get a credit of $500 to spend on other options.
$500?
So you're taking out the touchscreen and you're taking out parking sensors and you're giving me a whopping $500 on my 6-figure SUV.
Oh, here we go. GM will offer buyers of affected trucks a $50 credit.
Oh yeah, we'll get there. So they took Super Cruise out of the Escalade. I've already tweeted about that. It is a nice interior though. And they're having to delay that. But HD radio, really?
No, go. Oh yeah. Yeah, go down. Yeah, keep going.
Wait a minute. HD radio has been out for many years now. So we're gonna have regular radio. You're still gonna have satellite radio. You probably listen to satellite radio so much you don't think about HD radio very much.
No.
But in HD radio, if you turn, for example, in the Dallas area to 103.7, which is KVIL, there's channel 1 in HD, but there's actually a channel 2 and a channel 3 as well on the same, because they're all digital now.
Right.
And they are better quality, and there's actually multiple sub-channels for many stations. And so if you don't have HD radio, you can't listen to the higher quality, and you can't listen to the sub-stations.
Right.
If you turn to 106.1 KISS FM, for example, I think they have 3 as well. So there's actually multiple channels per station now in HD radio.
Who listens to radio?
Yes, but this is an old technology that's been around for more than 10 years. You would think that this would... How does leaving that out of the vehicle save you chips? Oh, but you'll get a $50 credit.
From GM. Woo!
$50 on your... See this right here?
70.
That is a $70,000 truck. $50.
There you go. Chevrolet GMC heated seats and steering wheels are steering wheels are disappearing. Whoopsie! You don't get a steering wheel.
No steering wheels.
Heated steering wheels are on their way out. Oh, you get $150 to $500 to help make up for the loss. Ford sacrifices the satellite navigation.
How can you not have sat nav?
Whoa. Added back in later? Well, I'll tell you what, the 2022 cars are going to have a hard resale value because there's just going to be so many features missing. And then GM wireless charging.
Sure, let's leave the wireless charging out of our $85,000 Tahoe.
Oh, a $75 credit. Anyone who buys one of these vehicles without the charging pad will get a $75 credit.
That's insulting. What? The expectation was that wireless charging would be missing for the rest of the production of these model years. How can you not have wireless charging?
Oh, don't worry. Mercedes-Benz is going to take out premium audio LED lights and more. So you're going to sit in the dark. So
Do you know how expensive that car is?
Yeah, when you open up the door, you don't get no lights.
Do you know how expensive that car is?
Yeah, it's an AMG.
That's a $150,000 to $200,000 car.
The list includes wireless smartphone charging pads, hands-free rear access systems, some LED headlights, and some audio systems.
How do you even...
Oh, they don't talk about giving you any type of credit there. So just suck it up, buttercup. Nissan navigation systems.
They're taking the nav out of Nissans?
Yeah.
Around a third of all Nissans are going to be missing nav.
Nissan stopped applying the spray in-bed liner on the 2022 Frontiers and Titan trucks in October. A $400 credit. Tow delete packages on two-wheel drive Platinums. It eliminates the tow hitch receiver and wiring harness and provides $270 credit on vehicles MSRP.
It costs more than $270 to put a tow hitch receiver and wiring harness on a vehicle.
Yes, it does. So your Porsche, sorry, but you won't get your 18-way adjustable seat, electric steering column adjust. So yeah, so the $2,090 upgrade allows the front occupants to adjust things like height and position.
That's just crazy. No electric steering column adjustment. Manual steering columns in Porsches.
And then
Have you heard about that Tesla is just delivering vehicles with no USB ports?
And then your seat lumbar you won't get that.
So you're driving an electric battery that can't charge your phone.
Pretty much.
Here's the worst part. I've actually heard reports that they're just delivering them and not even giving anybody a heads up. Several people have posted on social media.
And they're not working, so.
No, and so they take delivery of the car, they go driving, and then they try to use it and discover it doesn't work. And they're just like, what happened? Oh yeah, those don't work. Okay, are you going to fix them? We'll get parts eventually and we'll make it work.
V8 cylinder deactivation?
Yeah, the fuel-saving technologies are being disabled. Normally, you can either run on 4, 6, or 8 cylinders, but it's disabled, so it runs on all the cylinders all the time, so it costs you fuel economy. Yay, planet. It's almost comical. What do you think, honey?
I'm a bit gobsmacked.
So some models with the 5.3-liter V8 engine will have active fuel management disabled, so their fuel economy will be worse by about 1 mile per gallon.
Auto stop start, I'm not worried about that.
Auto stop start sucks.
That's a big...
this can just go die in a river.
That's a big pain in the ass, that is.
Yes, everybody hates that. You know what? I'll pay them $50 to take it off the car. So what do you think about all this? Be very careful what you buy this year because...
Really read what you're buying and be more important on what you're not buying. What else is there to say?
Charles Widmore says manual adjustment. That's offensive to people without arms.
All right.
Why don't we answer the super chats really quick, then we'll go on to the next one.
51 minutes in. Here we go. Super chats. Nathan, I said thank you to. Matthew Cassidy, thank you, sir. What do you recommend for motherboard and cooler for a 12900K with DDR4?
Something in the $300 price range. The 250s get kind of cheap. The 350s are okay. Anything more than that, you're spending a lot of money. But it depends on how nice your system is.
And what features do you want? Do you want a lot of fan headers? Do you want a lot of USB? Do you need 2.5 LAN? Do you want RGB?
Something in the $300 price point is about the sweet spot. Which board, which brand? You know, most of the boards are DDR5. There aren't that many DDR4s to pick from. So, I mean, your choices are kind of thin. You know, like ASUS has 18 different Z690 boards, but like 3 have DDR4. So
you don't have a lot of choice. Craig Smith, thank you for 5 months. We appreciate that, mate. Opinions on iOS 15, especially the new Safari? Don't know anything about it.
I'm avoiding it while I can.
Yeah. I've got an update on my phone. I have no idea which one it is.
No update. Denied.
I'm scared because every time I do it, it kind of mucks with my phone and it's starting to bug the living snot out of me. Where is it? I don't even know now.
It doesn't matter.
So, we don't.
I will say, as a side note, I understand my parents much better now than I did a couple years ago. When I was 35,
You, my granddad.
when I was 25, I thought old people were stupid. I thought they were... You know what? I was the 25-year-old, had it been a saying back then, who would have said, okay, boomer. I so would have been, because I remember talking to my parents. I remember talking to anybody from not my generation, and they just didn't want to keep using stuff. They were happy with their technology. I remember people who were happy with DOS who didn't want to move to Windows. They were happy with Windows 95. They didn't want to go to Windows 98. They were happy with Windows 98. They didn't want to go to Windows XP. They were happy with their 486. What did they need a Pentium for? It did whatever they wanted. They were happy with their dumb flip phone. What do they want a smartphone for? Stay with the program. Don't you know all these cool new stuff? This thing, don't check it out. This model's 6 months newer than your old model, and it does this and this and this and this and this. Isn't it neat?
Well, your dad didn't even go he didn't even go smartphone.
I have an iPhone 10, 10S, actually. I do not have an 11. I do not have a 12. I do not have a 13. I might end up getting a 13.
Well, we've talked about it. We just haven't done it. Maybe we can just wait for 14.
I'll wait for 14. In my day, my
Is
iPhone...
your phone doing what you need it to, dear?
It is getting kind of slow.
It is kind of getting slow.
They keep putting patches and updates out that just makes it slower and slower and slower.
They're going to get more expensive. I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. You'll have to hand crank your windows at some point. There won't be any chips for that.
I'm out.
I'm out.
So now that I have reached my middle age,
your wise years, your
wisdomous years.
So wisdomous.
I'm pretty wisdomous.
You're pretty wisdomous.
Yeah, I'm old enough to have watched that when it was new.
Yes.
Unlike all those youngins out there who see it on reruns on HBO Max. And if you don't know what I'm referring to, you're too young. How many of you have a Visa card that pays you up to 8% on every purchase? Crypto.com offers an amazing deal on their Visa card with cashback that is an unbeatable deal. No annual fee, no sign-up fee, no credit checks, no interest payments. It works just like a prepaid debit card, allowing you to spend your money anywhere Visa is accepted. If you're looking for the place to be in crypto, use our link in the video description below to sign up today. You'll get a $25 crypto sign-up bonus and 30 days of 0% transaction fees on credit and debit card purchases of crypto. It supports the channel and it gets you a great offer to get started in the world of crypto.